again, but a little shorter, and share a little bit about ministry and all that. So I'm very thankful to be here again and seeing some familiar faces, and though I don't remember everybody's names or things like that, it's just really exciting to see supporters continuing. So when I show up at places, people always ask me, why do you come to Korean church? Because I'm American, and they know by looking at me. So I tell them, they evangelized me. This is my way of answering, because everybody always asks. So I've come with a short way of answering. They evangelized me. I wasn't raised as a Christian. My family is not Christian, but I got evangelized into the Korean church. So when I was in high school, around senior year, junior year, I was working at a Korean dry cleaners, and our Samonim also worked at that dry cleaners. So she talked to me, and then whenever I finished work, around 7:30, we'd go outside, be ready to lock up the door, and my phone would ring. I'd pull it out of my pocket, and Samonim, and I'd answer, and she'd say, "Come over for dinner. Free food." So, of course I'm going to go, young person, free food. Korean food, delicious. So, I would go, and they started to build a relationship with me. They would talk to me. They talked to me about sin. They talked to me about God. And they told me, if you sin 3 times a day, that wouldn't be a lot. 3 times a day, 365 days a year, 1,000 sins per year, live to 100, that's 100,000 sins. Whoa, that's a lot of sins. And so they shared me with that. I came to believe I was a sinner and that I needed Jesus Christ, but I wasn't sure if I believed in God. So he encouraged me to read and to look, to see God working around me. And so as I continued to meet with them, started coming to the church, I met the Lord, and trusted him. When I was invited to the church, it was kind of awkward because service was in Korean, and I sat in the back. We sang "Jesus, Lamb of God" in Korean. And they tried to get me to come at first, and they told me, "Why don't you come?" I said, "I don't want to wake up early." But they said, "Oh, well, good. The service starts at 1." And I said, "What? It seems like it'll be kind of long. I don't have that much time." I said, "Well, service is like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So just come, and afterwards we'll have lunch." So I said, "Okay." Then I came. So Korean churches, small Korean churches, they always have the best lunch. Throughout the journey, I'm very thankful that the Lord revealed himself to me and that I could trust him, his death and resurrection for me. After conversion, I stayed at the same church, New Creation Church. And throughout college, I served there as volunteer youth worker. And I love our youth students. And after I graduated, I became Chundasani. And I've been serving there since the beginning of 2011. And it's been a privilege to minister to young people, which I am, and to have the opportunity to preach to them and to shepherd them and take care of them and disciple and love them. So I'm really thankful to have the opportunity to fulfill the Great Commission in this Korean American context. There's 2 things I guess I want to say about why I'm really thankful for this scholarship. And one of them is that offering this scholarship shows that there are people who are very concerned with Korean Americans. When somebody gives their money to something, that's because they really care about it. And so when you offer this scholarship, it says, we support ministers who support Korean Americans. And we want young people to come to faith and to be raised and to be discipled and to know Jesus Christ. So sometimes it's hard for Korean parents to reach their kids. The language barrier makes it so difficult. I'm sure you all know. To talk to your children can be very difficult. To raise your children up in the Lord, it's hard just because of language barrier. So I'm thankful that I can participate in that ministry I cannot take the place of parents, and I know that, but at the same time, I can be used as God's tool to serve His kingdom and to disciple and to raise students up in the Lord. So I'm thankful. And I also appreciate the scholarship because it helps support the English-speaking pastors. It's kind of hard for English-speaking pastors to be able to minister because many small churches cannot really support their ministers. So a lot of small churches are left with very few youth pastors. A lot of them don't have a youth pastor, and it's sad because they move around all the time because financial difficulties. So this scholarship helps give opportunity for ministers to stay in their churches and to serve, even if they don't have the means necessarily to get by. So I'm thankful for that support. So I hope that this continues. Prayers and financial support.